every single day. It has 32 grams of protein, just under 200 calories. It's a perfect breakfast slash dessert slash snack. I mean, look at it. Who wouldn't want to bite into that? It's brought me so much joy, and I hope it'll bring the same to you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making the protein cake slash dessert slash breakfast that I make every single day. It's the easiest thing. It takes a minute and a half. It's so freaking delicious. I make it every day after my workout. This recipe is like the motivation for me to get my workout done so that I can come back and eat it. So I hope you're gonna enjoy it as much as I do. And I've shared it with you before on my vlogs, but as I've grown, so has the recipe. So I thought the only right thing would be to make a video and share it with you guys. So we're gonna make it together today. Let's do it. The first part of this recipe is the 1-minute protein mug cake. And that's not new. I think most of us know about these, but I feel like my version of it is the best ever. When I make this recipe, I don't weigh out my things, but if you want the exact macros that I'm gonna put on the screen later in this video, then follow those exact instructions. You will have those exact macros, but I'm just gonna eyeball it because that's what I typically do. I don't wanna be real with you guys. And I think it's still gonna be somewhat accurate. What I first do is I take 1 tablespoon, this is a teaspoon, so we're gonna give it a little topping here. 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. I use this Hershey's one. And then I use stevia extract. This one is from Trader Joe's. I just put just a little bit in there. This is really strong, so don't put too much. It might get a little too sweet. Unless you are as much of a sugar tooth head as I am, because then you might, you know, it might be a little bit of a good surprise for you. Then I just add a little bit of baking soda. I would add probably about 1/4 teaspoon. You don't want to put too much because then it takes too much of baking soda, but you don't want to do too little because then it won't expand. 1/4 teaspoon is gonna be a good amount. And then it's kind of interesting, but I always do about like 3/4 scoop, and I don't know why that's what I do, but I think, you know how when we get into a habit of doing this one thing, then that becomes our norm, and then without even knowing why we're doing the thing, that's just what we do. That's just what we do. 3/4 of this 1-up Nutrition protein powder. I use the chocolate and peanut butter blast. That's just like the bomb with this recipe. I've done that for like over a year now, maybe 1.5 years or 2 years. I don't know, for a very long time. It's the best. If you wanna try this one out, you can use my code PERNILLA, and if you wanna try your own, use that as well. Some protein powders though don't cake up as much as I feel like this one does. Then I just add like a tiny bit of water, but maybe for the sake of this video, I should actually measure it out. I usually just pull it over the sink and then pour it in, but this is 1 tablespoon. I think we may need 1.5. Let's try that. See if that's the right consistency. Oh, maybe we need 2. You don't want it to be too watery because then it doesn't really turn into a good texture cake. Okay, so this is just on the kind of like the harder side. So I would say 1.5 tablespoon to 2. Now I put 2 in here. And now I'm just gonna put that literally in the microwave for 1 minute, and that's it. And while that's in the microwave, it's usually when I take out about 3 to 4 strawberries, I chop them up, and then they're ready for whenever the cake is ready. So we're just gonna chop these up. Today may take a little bit longer because I'm talking to you guys. Usually I'm pretty efficient. I'm also not cutting them very pretty usually, but today I'll make an effort. I'll make them look a little better, just for you. You're welcome. Strawberries lately have been my favorite fruit. I go through phases, so sometimes it'll be blueberries, then it'll be raspberries. Right now it's strawberries. What's your favorite fruit? Voila, look at that. Beautiful cake out of the microwave. It's just crazy that it's so simple and it's literally a cake in 1 minute. Crazy! Now we're gonna add our Greek yogurt. I use Factory Fire. Use whatever yogurt or Greek yogurt of your choice. If you do something that has low sugar and low fat, then it's usually higher in protein. I like to add in some stevia in my Greek yogurt. I'll sometimes do it before, I'll sometimes do it after. Then I just mix that around. I'll usually add probably around 1/2 cup. We'll see if you guys agree with me and the fact that this is 1/2 cup. There's probably ways to make this look better, but this just goes. This is just what we gotta do today. That's pretty good. I just add my strawberries. Yum! This might be better than it looks. And the last thing we're gonna add is some sugar-free syrup. Now, before we get into the macros and eating this thing, I just have one thing I want to share with you about the sponsors of this video, because Built Bar just launched their new grasshopper cookie, which is absolutely delicious. They are available today while the supplies last. Promo bars go really quick, so make sure to get yours fast. They won't just go quick from the store, but they'll also leave your house quick because you're just gonna want to eat them all. They have this like minty creamy flavor. So if you're into that, I'm just saying, you will not regret it. It has only 150 calories and it's actually a pretty big bar, like pretty thick. 17 grams of protein, we love that. And only 6 grams of sugar. That's pretty damn good. And you can use my code to get 10% off. Get them now before they're sold out. Okay, now just like I go through phases with what berry is my favorite, I also go through stages of what things I like to put on top of this cake. Like the cake and the yogurt is like a always kind of thing, and then whatever I put on top of that kind of like switches up. Chocolate chips is always just incredible, isn't it? Don't think it's as good for me if I have this every day, but if you want to make this recipe like top notch, then you should add this to your Greek yogurt, because that just does something, like it'll blow your mind. It's really freaking good. And then there is a chocolate flavored sugar-free syrup if you're into that kind of thing, or you can use something like 100% pure maple syrup. Then banana is really good on there too. So good. And then what I've done sometimes is just drizzle a little bit of PB2. Delicious. And if you want to add some healthy fat, you can use peanut butter or some nuts. It's also really delicious. And then something really weird that I do, you feel free to judge me, is either like put a little bit of cereal on there, or I take one of these rice cakes and I like crush it up and then I put that on top. That's really delicious. And then like switching up the stevias with monk fruit or regular stevia. Just some different options for you. You'd think I did this on purpose, but I didn't. Kind of not.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend?
I have literally one every single day. This is not my only breakfast. I'm the kind of person who will have like 2 or 3 different breakfasts or 2 and 3 different lunches and just like have different meals and more smaller meals. I really enjoy that. And every single time, it's just as good of a surprise when it gets to my mouth. I'm like literally drooling right now. It feels like I've also waited longer than usual today. Usually I have it a lot sooner, but I wanted to film this for you guys, so you're welcome. It's so good. It's just so good. You would never get tired of this. Like, you really wouldn't. It's just so good. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you get as much joy out of this as I always do. Please run to your kitchen and make this right now. It will not disappoint. If you're looking for a workout program or a self-development program, I have them in the link in my bio. I have an app, I have ebooks, I have different things, which I would love to have you on a journey with me and develop, grow some muscle, grow some mental strength. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you go out and have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Stick with me and I will guarantee your name.